On today's episode of Help I Sex With My Boss, we hear back from the listener who needed help with her amorous parents.
We discover your passive-aggressive ways of communicating.
And Williams had an AI biography written about him. Hello and welcome to our Friday episode. Is your hay fever bad at the moment?
I don't really get hay fever.
I don't, but I've got it now. I feel like
if anyone's going to get it, it's going to be Jordan.
Claggy at the back of the throat for me.
I don't think that's hay fever.
No, it definitely is.
Okay.
This is where we see how much extra content we can squeeze into your week, random things that have been sent in, extra bits that have been going on, and how our advice went down with you, our wonderful G&Divas.
Now, Jordan, I've got some news. As mentioned at the end of last episode, not only am I a Sunday Times bestselling author, times
wait
two.
For Jack to work out the timer clock that Ben's looking on annoyingly because only Ben can touch the digital clock. We've got a clock now to tell us how long we've been recording for. You've earned your keep there, lad. Right.
Not only am I a twice Sunday Times bestselling author, podcaster, etiquette coach, etc., but I'm also now a biographical subject, or biography, perhaps, if you will.
Biography?
Well, as in a biography has been written about me. A biography.
Has someone written a biography about you?
Yes.
An unofficial one?
Well, yeah, no, I haven't. I didn't know about it, and the team found it. It's available on Amazon. You can go and buy it. I mean, I get no money off the back of it, so please don't feel you need to. And the team have bought a copy. Genuinely, this is it. Here, Biography of William Hanson and Exercises for Just Good Manners, Allington Press.
Who's Allington Press?
I don't quite know whether I look like me or I have just fully transformed into Julian Clary on the front cover of that autobiography.
You look like you're wearing heels under that. You look a bit drag queeny.
Yes.
Who's written this then?
Well, I don't know.
What the hell is this?
So, can I have a suspicion as to who might have read it, because I haven't read any of the contents. We're going to go through it now. I
don't understand. Who's written a biography of you?
Well, don't sound so surprised,
And why
Jordan.
is it in Comic Sans?
Well, I don't know. I have not opened this book up, but on the Amazon description of the book, and I think you'll find they haven't necessarily paid much attention to the truth, it says that inside the book we'll discover the untold story of how a northern grammar school boy became the definitive voice of good behaviour in the British press.
Right, what is going on? Is this like a knockoff one?
Behind-the-scenes insights into his television appearances, etiquette rows, and institutional partnerships.
Is it a con? Is that what it is?
Why good manners are not about rules, but about values, and how they shape everything from dating to diplomacy. Notable chapters include early years of a polished mind, a schoolboy with a calling.
That's good.
I think I've seen that. Becoming the nation's tutor, no apostrophe. It even has an epilogue, The Enduring Echo of Elegance.
That's a nice one.
As well as Exercise the Elegance Audit, a 7-day civility practice for daily life. I'm going to say it. I have a feeling this might be an AI book.
Right, what's an AI book?
Someone's just thought that this might sell, so they've typed in, write me. I mean, it can't, how many pages is it?
It's a con, so basically...
It is a con.
So basically, because your book, Just Good Manners,
yeah,
and they've put Biography of William Hanson, so it's to try and make money. So don't buy it. Don't buy this, because it's a con.
Nobody has actually written this.
Put it together. Nobody's written it.
Do you want to read a bit?
No, you read it.
Okay, well, this is what AI thinks. Okay, here we go. This is chapter 5, Podcast and Protocol, Finding Wit in the World of Etiquette. This is so odd.
So don't buy this, because it's a con.
Just
someone's trying to make a book off you.
By the time William Hanson entered the podcasting world, his reputation was already established as Britain's leading etiquette expert, a bastion of formality, precision and restraint. So when Help I Sex With My Boss launched in 2018, many of his admirers were stunned. That's one word for it. The title alone suggested chaos, confession, and the kind of candid content rarely associated with the House of Hanson.
You had about 200 followers.
Yeah. And yet, this unlikely pairing between Hanson and BBC Radio 1's down-to-earth and irreverent Jordan North would not only explode in...
Well, I was at Rock FM when we started.
Would not only explode in popularity, but also mark one of the most transformative chapters in Hanson's career.
True that. Yeah.
The premise of the podcast was deceptively simple. Listeners would send in their life dilemmas, often scandalous, awkward or absurd, and Hanson and North would respond with humour, advice, and the occasional martini. I think I've missed that episode. It was part agony aunt, part etiquette clinic, and part variety hour. To be fair, that's not actually a bad description. The contrast between the hosts was immediate and striking. Where Hanson was composed, clipped and meticulous, North was cheeky, emotional, and exuberant.
Emotional?
One was the voice...
Am I emotional? What's exuberant?
You.
What does that mean?
Happy, extroverted. One was the voice of boarding schools and blazers.
Joking, aren't you?
The other, northern pubs and spilled pints. What made the show extraordinary, however, was not just the contrast in tone. It was Hanson's willingness to let down his guard just enough to let audiences see past the man behind the impeccable diction. In the podcast, listeners heard him laugh more freely, admit confusion, and often explore his own discomforts. Gone was the polished television persona. He was a man with sharp eyes and soft convictions, a teacher who also loved being a student of humanity. I mean, this is a load of absolute crap. I'll be perfectly honest. Gosh, it even goes into the pandemic lockdowns with sex. It took on a new relevance.
Did it?
It is quite extraordinary.
So basically, because it's called Just Good, you should sue him for this. Well, I thought you'd be dead against this.
I mean...
Considering you threaten more lawsuits than Donald Trump, I'm surprised you've not gone after these.
Apparently my second book was called Modern Manners, A Gentleman's Guide to Life.
Was
It bloody wasn't.
Read another bit.
This is... What chapter is this from? Critics, Comedy and the Culture Wars.
Culture Wars?
By the time William Hanson became a household name... Okay. In Britain and a growing cultural figure abroad.
Are you a household name?
No.
I'd say you are.
Oh, thank you. I am in my household. It was inevitable that his work would be caught with the larger currents of public discourse, the kind shaped not just by manners, but by identity, politics, satire, and social power. God, it's heavy, isn't it? By 2025, Hanson was viewed not just as an etiquette expert, but as a public intellectual, like Christopher Hitchens, a mediator.
He went to uni in Manchester. Is that an intellectual?
Excuse me, says the person with a media studies degree from Sunderland University.
Group. He went to uni in Manchester. Used to get bloody megabus like everybody else to uni.
It was the Magic Bus.
The Magic Bus, that was it. Thank you. Yeah, it was class. That was only £1, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Was it £1 a day? And £5 for a week or something?
What does it say about
How much? Do you remember Magic Bus, Ben? You never got on Magic Bus in Manchester, did you not?
Apparently I begun writing a modest blog under a pseudonym. Absolute rubbish.
That doesn't surprise me. Because your first agent you had was fake. I was telling someone about this recently. Who was your first agent called?
It wasn't my agent, it was an assistant.
Yeah, that was it. What was she called?
She was called Josephine Hamilton Bailey.
And what did she used to do? She kicked ass, that's what she did.
She did a whole deal with me with a certain magazine.
Did she?
Yeah.
Did you get more money out of them?
Yeah, she's very good. Can we just say, Annika Rice famously went on Lorraine a few years ago and said that she, at the start of her career, did a similar thing. I think it's relatively standard. You used to write to The Guardian to get them to review our podcast under Rachel, other than the fact you sent it from your own email.
Yeah.
Which was where the plan fell short.
Hey, I think that got us in good stead, that email.
In the corridors of his secondary school, he was known by many names. Some affectionate, some mocking. The prefect without a badge. That was true. Don't get me started on that.
Was you a prefect?
No.
Why weren't you a
prefect?
Well,
I was in the prep school, but I wasn't in the upper school.
Why? I look at you.
Jordan, I know.
I look at you and think, prefect? Well, how come you weren't a prefect?
I don't want to play the card, but I think we all know why.
Because you were gay?
This is something that I need to talk about in
therapy.
But yeah. So, William, anyway, we won't go down that route. It's opened a slight wound.
Everyone can always remember what were they called? Head boy and head girl. Ours were Fraser Ewing and, who were head girl? Oh shit, who were our head girl? Anyone else in my year at Priory and Penwitham, who were our head girl? Oh, I'm so sorry.
You'll always remember your head boy and head
That's
girl.
going to me now.
Funny that you only remember the boy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Fraser Ewing. I wonder what Fraser Ewing's doing now. And our head girl were... Jess, who were yours?
Well, it changed every term.
Oh, did it?
My friend George, Artie's father, was head boy for one term.
Yeah, I was cruelly denied a prefect position as well.
Why?
That is less surprising.
Who were your head boy and head girl, but everyone remembers them?
Christine Elliott and Jenny Hobbs.
See, you can always remember them. Why can't I remember head girl?
I can see, when I look at Ben, I see Milk Monitor. Do you know what I mean? Were you Milk Monitor?
I see Tech Club.
Science club, actually.
Yeah, were you in science club?
Oh, with biology.
Bless you. So basically,
Head boy.
was
You were head boy.
Were you head boy, Jack?
Yeah.
Sophia, were you head girl?
No.
You see? Lesbian.
Jack, were you head boy? Soph gives head girl vibes. Your wife, was she head girl?
She was deputy head girl.
Knew it. Yeah. Oh, it was.
And were
head
you a
girl.
prefect?
I did go for a prefect, but I didn't get it.
Oh.
I applied.
Oh, you applied? Gosh, they took it seriously.
Yeah, you had to apply.
I
You
had
write
to apply.
Yeah, you had to write
Apply?
a
Oh,
form.
no. I can remember when they were... Because you got told at the end of your penultimate year whether you were going to be a prefect in the year when you came back after the summer holidays. And supposedly your housemaster, or I think it was maybe a deputy head, would sort of tell you. And I couldn't, for whatever reasons, find any deputy heads or housemasters to tell me. So I I did like laps of the school, just hoping to bump into them for them to sort of see me and go, William, you've been given the nod.
Anyone that went to Priory, get in touch. If you were in my year,
No one cares about what the name
it's
of
gonna
your
bug
head
me.
girl was.
And also prefects, like they'd be on like break duty, and there were certain corridors you couldn't go down, and they'd be like, "You can't go down here." And it's after school, but like, piss off! You are not giving me an after school detention. They were just grasses, weren't they?
I think that's why you weren't made into a prefect.
'cause I
Jordan,
wouldn't
with
grass
that
anyone
attitude.
up.
I was proper schoolboy. I should have been prefect.
I know.
I had an interview for deputy head, got rejected.
People are bitter.
I was one of the last
never
two.
prefect. I was though. And I got paid by the school very cleverly. I used to come in the morning, stay behind after school, and put all the chairs and tables out for exams in exam season.
I think we've talked about this before, but when you did exams, did you bring in mascots?
No.
We would bring in like Beanie Babies and little teddies to sort of sit on the desk to give us good luck.
The only time I put my hand up to get help from the examiner, because they were there to tell you, but they couldn't really do much. Put my hand up and I said, "Will you get him a tissue? Because if he sniffs one more time, I'm going to kick him." This lad had a cold, he was sniffing, doing my head in, and she laughed so much she had to leave.
And they didn't give him a tissue.
And Callum McFadden farted, and I nearly got thrown out. He went like this. He went, "Listen to this. Okay, this chick farted," and I nearly got thrown out for giggling.
Different schools.
Who was my head girl? Was it Jenny?
Jordan, we're not sitting here as you try and remember
Was
the
it
name of
Becky
your head
Gregson?
girl. Just say yes.
Oh, it's going to bug me so much that, honestly, I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'm going to have to text Rick. He'll know. Right, are we moving on?
Yes.
Okay, before we go to emails, messages and letters, we discussed on the podcast recently the passive-aggressive ways William likes to tell me to shut up. Yeah. So we've asked you, our wonderful Gene Divas, to give us your best examples of the subtle but not so subtle ways you like to get your message across to people.
Okay, George said he likes to ask his husband, what comes after the letter S in the alphabet when he wants a cup of tea? Okay, I get that. That's quite clever.
My dad used to do that. We should put a golf ball on tea. Yeah, me and your mum will have a break. You do it. You're better.
When dealing with obnoxious people, Kit, with 2 T's, likes to wait till they are expecting a reply, look shocked and say, "Oh, I get to speak as well."
Okay.
Nathan says when someone talks over us, me and my friend often say, "Sorry for talking while you're interrupting." Oh, wow, that's a burn.
When someone talks over us... Oh, God, I get that a lot.
Following the theme of interrupting, Sammy likes to say, "Sorry, did the middle of my sentence interrupt the beginning of yours?" Love it. These are so good.
These are right up
Going to
your
be using
street.
some of these on a Tuesday. Beth says, "I'll sing when I'm in the office and my mate will say, 'Who sings that?' I'll answer and she'll say, 'Keep it that way.'"
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
I
nice.
like that one.
Tia says, "If I want my boyfriend to do something, I say my friend's boyfriend did it and say at the end, bare minimum though." Wow.
What do you mean? Oh, so she'll say, "Steph's boyfriend does it."
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then but that is, you should all be doing that. And yeah, okay. And Anne just says, "I'm French and we are apparently mainly rude." No comment.
The French aren't rude. It's a
No
myth.
comment.
Language, I love my ass. Right, we've got more of your emails, messages. I'm joking. There's a joke. We've got more of your emails, messages, and letters after the break.
What's the French for joke? There isn't one.
If this was in French, there wouldn't be a Jordan's Jolly Joke of the Week.
No.
It would be, "How do we get more time off?" A joke. Another joke. We're back after this. No one did eat snails. It's the only thing they can fucking catch. Another joke is another... Right, just do the ads. Welcome back, G&Divas. William, you've been in the news.
Yes, it seems that the world can't just get enough of me. It's not just my AI biography. You know that video of me eating a banana?
Yeah.
Which was semi-controversial. Well, it's been featured on ARC Rochester, a morning TV show in New York hosted by Abby Friedman and Dan Schrack. Hope I'm saying your names correctly. And this is what they had to say about it.
According to an etiquette expert, there is a right and wrong way to eat a banana, and it's time that everyone needs to learn.
Yeah, William Hanson. He's known as Britain's leading etiquette coach. He posted a video on Instagram explaining how a banana is supposed to be eaten properly.
Okay, they then play the video, which we won't need to go into, where I discuss the proper way to eat a banana, but you can look at it on my socials if you want to. But the cherry on the top, and can I just say lots of stations played the clip, but not all of the stations did the following. So this is why a big shout out to ARC Rochester. They then went and gave our podcast a shout out, and even name check you, Jordan.
No.
I'll tell you what, this guy has too much time on his hands.
Listen, this guy's funny because he actually is an etiquette expert.
Yeah.
That's a legit thing that he does. But he also hosts a podcast with a former BBC DJ. It's called I Sexted My Boss. They get into some stuff that's very comical. And he talks about all of this throughout the series. Give it a listen sometime.
Okay.
Former BBC they make me sound like I'm bloody on Operation U-Tree or something. Fucking hell. I'm washed up or something. I'm doing all right for now. Former BBC DJ.
Very comical.
Jordan
Very comical.
presents one of the biggest breakfast shows in the UK, okay, just for the benefit of Americans. He used to work for the BBC, but there are very many other good breakfast shows beyond BBC shows. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, thank you.
Not to do down the BBC shows either.
No.
They're all marvellous.
We need a healthy BBC. I'm not anti-BBC. I never have been. Well, can't be. I've worked for them a long time.
Before we get on to the responses...
Oh, yeah. Remember, if you're going to be in the audience for our live show at Crosswise Festival in Sheffield on the 5th of July, then we do want to hear from you.
Yes, you can get in touch with us whether you want us to answer a dilemma live on stage, get involved in any other way. Please send us an email at help@sextedmyboss.com. Put Sheffield at the start of the subject line or go to our website, sextedmyboss.com, and click on Contact. James has a common or not so common query for us. Hi, William and Jordan. Berries placed in glasses with Prosecco, champagne, fizz, common or not common?
Classy, I think.
There we go. You've got your answer there. Read into that what you
I
will.
think it's nice. Wendy always makes people Prosecco and she comes down and puts berries in them.
There we go, James. You've got your answer. What? I said nothing.
She always puts little raspberries and blueberries in a Prosecco.
Gorgeous. It's just what the French wanted. Pyjamas in public.
Common.
Yes. Ketchup.
Not common.
It depends what with. If you're having it with burgers, hot dogs, that's fine.
Not common.
But if you're having it with things that aren't fast food, I would say it's quite common. Putting crisps in sandwiches for a crisp butty.
Not common.
I'd say common. Live, laugh, love, wall art.
Not common.
Does your mum have any of that?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, she did.
She did. Oh,
She's
she did?
very- yeah.
She's got rid of it now, has she?
She got a few signs up. She's
Right.
very crushed velvet, Wendy.
Personalised car registration plates. Common.
Yeah,
Yeah. Unless you're a head of state or anything like that.
they are a bit common. Go on.
This one, I mean, you're more an expert on this than me. Champagne in a nightclub.
Yeah, nothing says you've got a Range Rover on tick than champagne in a nightclub.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
How about champagne in a bar?
What?
Champagne in a bar?
Champagne in a bar, but if you order champagne nightclub, it's always piss warm anyway.
Okay, fine.
When I was a...
When you sold roof insulation?
When I was in local radio, I'd often get my own little cornered out section at Law of Ignite and
Oh,
get bottles of champagne and vodka.
cute.
I think old Billy Big Bollocks were mates.
And were there berries in that champagne?
Probably, yeah.
Monogram towels or bedding?
Common. You've got monogrammed slippers.
Yeah, but it's not towels or bedding.
No, it's not, actually. I think that's quite cool.
Using French phrases in conversation. Oh, it was très chic.
Twatty.
Okay.
Unless you're Delboy, then it's funny.
Yeah, I would probably avoid. You can use French words. I mean, a lot of our language is borrowed from French.
L'orange.
I would say it's borderline. And loudly correcting others on etiquette. Well, if it's your job, it's acceptable.
Common.
Okay. Louise has got back in touch after we gave her some advice.
Sleeping in boxers, you think that's common, don't you?
It's unhygienic.
It's not unhygienic.
Especially if they are these... If you have put new boxers on...
Why would you put new boxers onto bed? This bugs me. But
Because you don't want to roll around in shit?
Well,
Maybe.
Wipe your arse, maybe. Properly.
If the late, great Kim Woodburn came round with a swab and swabbed your arse and swabbed your bed, she'd be
No, they
appalled.
wouldn't, because I wash me... I'm not getting it. We've done this so many times. I completely and utterly disagree with you on this. The two lads here, Jack and Ben, you sleep with your boxers on, don't you? Yeah. Thank you. I bet none of you have pyjamas, do you? No.
I'm going to buy you each pair of pyjamas.
No one's, especially in this weather.
I've got pyjamas. They just sit in the cupboard.
You just sleep in boxers. Can't sleep in Y-fronts, though. Forever. I not often wear my briefs, but I can't sleep in briefs too huggy in it.
Can I just ask for some...
Is.
Even for you?
Even for me.
Louise has got back in touch after we gave her some advice on her dilemma regarding her parents, who were regularly getting amorous when she was at home. Hi, William, Jordan, EPB and the rest of the Sexted team. Just getting back in touch to thank you both for your help with my dilemma. I'm the one with the very amorous parents. They know I can hear them, because on more than one occasion I've grown tired of it and asked my mum, "Are you finished yet?" She just laughs and tells me to shut up and turn the telly
Oh,
on.
that's disgusting. Oh, no, you don't know your mum and dad shagging.
Unfortunately, moving out to my own place isn't possible just yet, but I'm seriously considering moving in with my boyfriend.
Do it, Louise.
He's more than happy for me to. I just need to make the jump.
Do it.
So for now, I've got to get on with it. And sorry, Jordan, but I most definitely will not lay back and think of England.
No, don't do that. Yeah.
Thank you again, Louise.
Yeah, Louise, thanks for getting back in touch. Move out. If your mum and dad are shagging, can you think of everyone here now listening?
No.
Think your mum and dad shagging or hearing them for 5 seconds. There's nothing worse, is there?
Rob has got back in touch with some information regarding erections. Oh, good. Hi, boys. I've just listened to last week's episode, Helpy Died with an Erection, and I just wanted to confirm that it is indeed possible to die with an erection. Post-mortem erections, sometimes known as death erections or rigor erectus, can occur particularly...
Weren't he a Roman god?
Yeah.
Weren't he a mythology, rigor erectus?
Can occur particularly in cases of swift and violent death, like hanging or gunshot wounds to the head. This phenomenon is called a priapism. Priapism? A prolonged and painful erection that can happen even after death. I'll leave you with that happy imagery. Best, Rob.
Does that mean you got to Pearly Gates with an hard on?
But well, it must go at some point.
You get up there, St. Peter's like, you're not coming in. Perv. It's like, no, I've just been shot in the head and I don't know why, but I'm here now and I can't get rid of this boner. St. Peter, please. This area, constant boner. Oh, imagine trying to piss. Oh.
Well, when you're dead, I think you don't need to worry about that.
Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to go to bed with an heart. No one wants to go to heaven.
Shall I just do one more and then we can send you on your way?
No one wants to go to heaven with an hard on, does he?
And we'll finish with this one from Tilly, who says, "Dear William, Jordan and the Sexted team, I discovered the podcast a couple of years ago and have since made my way through the back catalogue, just getting up to date this week.
Oh, God help, yeah.
During my pregnancy, I listened to the podcast so much that your voices became some of the only things my baby would respond to. So much so that my husband was genuinely concerned our baby might think that one of you was his dad. I know you always say the podcast is not for children, but my 9-week-old son Luke and I absolutely love listening. He's just started to smile and I always get a big grin from him whenever he hears your voices."
That was like me and Lighthouse Family, Simply Red. My dad said he used to play that when we were pregnant with my mum. And I was like...
Not M people.
Not M people, and I'm proper into Simply Red now. It does something to me.
Oh, well, that's nice. So Tilly continues, "I just wanted to say thank you very much for keeping us company while I'm on maternity leave. The days can get very long sometimes, and you both make them pass a little easier. All the best, Tilly and Luke, a G&Diva in training."
Oh, thank you, Tilly and baby Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, Luke. Is that your baby talk?
Well, ish. Yeah, I'll just speak a bit slower, a bit louder.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, Luke.
We've got another one on the way, another baby on the way to the North Clan.
Do you?
Yeah.
God, you need to get a
I
television.
know. I tell you what, these nieces and nephews are skinting me out. every month.
Who now?
Do you know what? At the time of going out, Sophie's due any minute.
Well, I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are
My
they going to
sister-in-law.
know what they're going to name it, whether it's boy or girl
Yeah,
or
they know.
however it identifies?
I know what. Yeah,
Gosh.
I know the sex and the name, but not say it yet. That's personal.
Yeah, it's personal. We'll do a toast in a few weeks when it pops out.
Yeah, you did know because when they announced it in the WhatsApp group, everyone's like, "Congrats!" And Graham put, "Will you lot stop shagging? I'm never going to be able to retire."
I do. Yeah, it was 9 months ago though.
Which is the main proper. Anyway, sorry. Right, it's time for comment of the week, our newest feature. It's not that new, we've been doing it for a while now. It can be a comment from Spotify, YouTube, or any of our socials. So what comments have we got? Obviously, I don't read the comments, so.
No, absolutely not. Yes, and this week's comment of the week comes from Matthew on Instagram, who said, "If we had our own line of cloner willies, Jordan's tagline would have to be for your happy place."
I don't get it.
Well, because a cloner willy, where it would either go up the front or up the back.
Yeah, but that's not your happy place, is it?
Well, it is for a lot of people. Whereas,
You don't, like when you're having sex or using a dildo, you don't have a smile on your face, do you? It's not, you're not happy.
do you not?
You're not happy, are you?
I don't think you're doing it right, love.
See, you're not happy, you're euphoric.
You'd have a
maybe.
smile.
You are with me, love.
You'd have a smile on your face.
Zoff just cringed out loud. Oh.
You don't smile when you're
I
having
wouldn't say
sex.
sex is happy. Sex is...
Sorry?
Is it?
What emotion is it?
What emotion is it? Regret?
Sometimes. Well, you wouldn't... Maybe it is. I've never really...
I know what Jordan means.
You wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm happy now." You're not happy when you have sex. You're fulfilled. That's the word. Fulfilled.
Well, Matthew, we'll have to rework on the Jordans.
I need to get on this holiday.
Some other honourable mentions go to Joe that left this comment on Spotify regarding last week's episode titled Jumpsuits, Mariah and Communism. There's no risk of copyright infringement with Jordan singing 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton, as he didn't hit any of the correct notes.
Yeah, see you in court, Dolly.
The rear end of the pony also commented on Spotify, "William Hanson, the International Gay Mafia, will be in touch about revoking your gay card after you said Mariah Carey only has one song. I could hear the gay gasps from the suburbs of Sydney, Australia." And finally, Salty left us a comment regarding Jordan's love of going for strolls around cemeteries.
Oh my God, you've just reminded me.
What?
Read that, but go on.
Maybe there's a gay ghost in the cemetery, hence Jordan's recently poorly jaw.
So I went for a walk yesterday and a few times since we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. The cemetery near my house that I like to go for a walk round, just to clear my head. Yeah. Now you've mentioned it, I see it now.
As in the doggers?
The gentlemen.
Or the cruisers?
Yeah, a lot of them in this weather with their tops off. Never noticed it before, but now you've mentioned it, I'm like, good day to you, sir.
Jordan just gesticulated.
Lovely to meet you, John. No, I'm not.
Right.
But yeah, I only just realised that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you found a different place to walk, or are you still sticking there?
Twice a week, twice a day. Yeah. But since you mentioned it, I'm like, oh.
Well, there we go.
If you want to get in touch with something that isn't a dilemma or a problem, drop into our DMs or send us an email to help@sexwithmyboss.com. We also love hearing back from the people we offer advice to. So if that's you, get back in touch and we'll speak to you on Tuesday.
Have the best holiday.
You really want me to go on this holiday, don't you? Are you concerned about me?
We will be back on Tuesday, by the way, but have a really nice holiday.
At the time of recording, I'm about to go on holiday.
Yeah. I just lie flat. Don't move from the sun lounger.
Think of England.
Rest. And try and put a smile on your face.